All right. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the JourneyMen Sports Podcast. It's Gary here with my cousin Cade, co-host, co-founder, whatever you want to call us.
Yes, sir.
Awesome to be back. It's been a while for me. Cade's been holding it down out here. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir.
Been busy with golf and school, and life has been a little bit chaotic recently, but we're back today. We promised you guys some different content, so we got it here. As you can see on the screen, going to be doing an NBA playoff bracket. The way this website is set up, it's weird. It won't let me pick a team and let them move on in the bracket. So I guess if you want to just kind of track in your head, we'll be sort of just tracking it mentally, but just sort of visual something to look at. But we're excited for this. This is no bias. We're gonna be doing this with the Devin Booker and Chris Middleton injury in mind. Middleton injury in mind. So if you hear a pick that could surprise you, just remember that. And yeah, we're gonna do this as unbiased as we can, and we're super excited to get into it. And we will
And
start in the Western Conference with my Phoenix Suns against your New Orleans Pelicans,
yes,
which
sir.
at the time of recording, Phoenix just took game three in a or no, yeah, game three in a dub. They go up 2-1 in the series, but no Devin Booker, and that definitely changes the complexion of this, no matter how you want to look at it.
100%. No, I agree. And also just want to say this to everyone who is listening. I think there's going to be probably a few underdogs picked because just because the highest seed is ranked higher does not always mean they're going to win. Um, so yeah, I just want to make sure I say that. But in terms of this pick here, and by the way, also, I know I'm not used to holding this microphone either, but I just had surgery, so I'm kind of goofed up on my insides, and just want to, don't want to put any stress on my incisions or anything like that. So, sitting back and doing it this way. But um, my pick for this matchup. See, before the Devin Booker injury, I would have easily said Phoenix has it, but I'm still going to give it to Phoenix because I think Phoenix still has a better roster. I have a Zion jersey right over here, but fine, it's fine. It's hung up.
He hasn't played in years, so it doesn't.
Yeah. He needs to get on Weight Watchers. It's cool.
Oh yeah.
But I'm still going to give it to Phoenix just because I believe that Phoenix has the overall better roster. You got guys like Aiton, you got guys like Cam Johnson, you got guys like Chris Paul, of course. Um, and there's just a couple guys that I like over there, like Saric, and just they have a lot of guys that I definitely think are very very good players. Um, and I think they're going to struggle. I think this series goes to Game 7. I really do, but I think Phoenix takes it in Game 7. Um, just because the Pelicans were still super young, we're not super established. We just kind of came on the radar as a team that's going to compete a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I still think we have some ways to go, and we got to get Zion back on the court, and I really like guys like Brandon Ingram and Jose Alvarado. I really like him. I really like Jackson Hayes.
Yeah,
Guys like
he put a
that.
cheap shot on Jay Crowder tonight. That had me up off the couch real quick. But I think another good piece for you guys is that Herbert Jones. That dude is a defensive lockdown.
Yeah, he's
That
no,
dude's
he's a
crazy.
beast. And then I'm trying to remember the point guard's name that it always slips my mind because it's such a
Devontae
weird.
Graham, is that it?
No, the other one. He's really young. He's like 23, 22, something like that. We drafted
Uh,
him last year.
I really don't know. And then you still got like CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram,
Yeah,
all
of
the
course.
you guys have got.
We got 3J, as I like to call him, 3J
Hmm.
McCollum. But yeah, no, I really like, a lot of the moves that the Pelicans made, because I was very, very frustrated at the beginning of this year because it did not look like we were gonna even make the playoffs at all. And we had been in a little playoff drought of our own for a while. So
Yeah.
um, kind of since this whole AD thing, this is kind of our best year so far. And
Hmm.
I mean, hey, we could be a huge underdog story and upset the one seed, but it doesn't happen too often. And yeah, so I'm still gonna give it to Phoenix.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I still think it's Phoenix. I think it's Phoenix either in 6 or 7. I think New Orleans is I think they're gonna take this next game. Watching the game tonight, I saw some issues. I mean, obviously, anytime you lose a player of Devin Booker's caliber, you're gonna feel that loss. And I gotta give shouts out to the point god, Chris Paul. Man, put on a clinic in the fourth quarter. But I think this that was a sort of, I don't want to say career defining game for Chris Paul, but I'm trying to I don't remember exactly what he finished with, but he had an amazing game. And the way that he's able to just dominate in the pick and roll is what really stuck out to me in this game. I think the Pelicans had lots of chances to win this game in particular. I think when you look at it, they had some chances to get the lead, but I definitely think this is not going to be an easy series for Phoenix, even without Devin Booker. But they just got to start making some freaking shots. I mean, at one point we were 4 for 21 from three, and it's like, even if you're gonna have Devin Booker, like, you got to shoot better than that. But I got Phoenix in 6. I agree with you on that one. I think this is gonna be a good series to watch though down the stretch, and this is, even with Devin Booker, this was one of my picks to be one of the better first round series because I think New Orleans still has a lot of pieces for an 8, like especially for an 8 seed. Still got Bi, McCollum, all
Oh
those
yeah,
guys, and it'll be interesting to see what happens if Zion ever comes back. But yeah, I got Phoenix in 6 for this one, so we both got Phoenix moving on. Next series in the West is the 4 seeded Dallas Mavericks versus the 5 seed Utah Jazz. And Luca, this was the other injury I forgot about. Thought I was missing one. Luca is questionable for game 3, but probable for game 4, if I'm remembering the reports correctly. So, who do you have in this one?
man, this one's this one's tricky because Utah. It seems like every year Utah like tries to make a run and they just get beat like too early. Way earlier than they should be. But
It's
I'm
a
gonna give it to
rough one.
Dallas. I'm gonna give it to Dallas because it's Luca and um yeah, Luca's just kind of the staple of that team.
Mm-hmm.
I could easily see Utah taking it though,
Yeah.
uh, without a doubt with Gobert and Mitch and all them. Um, and then of course Jordan Clarkson too. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna give that one to Dallas. It's I don't know, just a gut feeling type of pick, really.
Yeah. I got to agree with you here. I think, especially like so far in the playoffs, like, I'm trying to find the stat right now, but like, dude, Jalen Brunson for the Mavericks has been phenomenal. Like, that man's gonna get a bag from somewhere this offseason. Not sure where, but he's gonna get a bag. He's Jalen Brunson in this series is playing 40 minutes a game, shooting 50% from the field, 41% from three, and averaging 32 points.
I mean,
Like,
They have Tim Hardaway and guys like that too.
yeah, they've got some players on that team, but yeah, I gotta agree with you with Dallas here. I think even if Utah ties it at 2-2. Or it's 2-1 right now, I think, in favor of Dallas. I think even if Utah gets the next game and it's knotted at 2, I just think Luka's, I mean, obviously one of the best players in the league. And I think
Luka's the X factor.
yeah,
Yeah.
he changes the complexion of any series. And I just think Luka could get to a point where you make as good of a rim protector as Rudy Gobert is. He gets to the point where, like we've seen in these playoffs already, where he becomes unplayable. So, all right, so we got Dallas moving on in that one. This series pretty much already over, but Golden State versus Denver, your boys. Well, maybe not your boys, but your hometown team. How you feeling about this series so
Yeah.
far?
No, definitely not my boys. They're see the thing about the Nuggets, man, is they always have like really exciting players. I feel like they always have uh like guys like Bull and stuff like
Mm,
that I get really excited about that I'm watching out of college and stuff. And then I just don't see them use them in the way like Bull could have been a menace if they
mm,
just used him right. I mean, if anyone, I understand that Bull was probably hyped up a little bit too, but anytime you get a 7 footer with that height, that speed, those
yeah,
dribbling skills, and his shooting ability, like I, you can't just trade him to the Celtics for like nothing. It just doesn't really make sense. But at least put him on your G League squad or something. Try to develop him.
yeah.
But um,
You guys, the
man,
Nuggets
it's
have
just
been Nuggets are down with injuries too. I mean, no Jamal Murray or
yeah,
Michael Porter all year. And shout out to Yoke though. That man's easily the best
beast.
center in the league. Don't at me.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Golden State though.
I
With
got
Jordan,
Golden.
with Jordan Poole and Draymond and
That
you
new
know
death lineup is nice.
God Kuminga. You
They
got
they
you
got
got
some boys over
Wiseman.
there.
You got obviously Clay and Curry. Like it's
Yeah,
uh
that's a squad.
it's a squad. Yeah, so they
That's
they're gonna wipe the floor with a lot of people. They're one of my favorites to go all the way.
yeah, they're like my dark horse, if you want to call them that. Like kind of one of my they're my dark horse Western Conference
I
team.
mean, I think they'd be probably a higher seed if Curry didn't get hurt
Yeah, I'm
and they dropped some games, but and they had a couple games where they were just in a slump. Like Curry was not shooting well, Jordan Poole wasn't playing well. Like guys
Clay
like
was struggling. Yeah. It's I think they're gonna finish the sweep on Sunday. I
yeah.
I just Jokic can only do so much, man. Poor bastard. He just has no help right now. But
Hey,
yeah.
watch out for this next matchup though. Watch out for Memphis,
Oh my
bro. I
God, yeah.
like these
Memphis and
Memphis
Minnesota.
boys.
This is the best series in the West right now. Maybe even
I
in the playoffs.
love, I love, I love the energy that Memphis is
Oh
bringing
my
right
God. Both teams.
now.
I mean, you got Pat Bev, who's one of the biggest trash talkers. You've got John Morant, who wants all the smoke, as he's said
He's just a
multiple
young
times.
gun, bro. John Morant is such a fun
He
player to
is.
watch, and
He's
say just
gonna.
the
Oh
demeanor
my
that he
God.
has too.
Yeah.
I also really like what's his name, Desmond
Desmond
Bain.
Bain. He
Desmond
can
Bain is a
shoot.
monster, bro. I
Boy can
love
shoot.
Desmond Bain. I really like Jaren Jackson. I've been like Jaren Jackson since he got to that team. Really, I've always kind of followed his career, and I've always really liked him. He's just a guy. He's just a guy. That's all
He's
there is to it.
he's gonna be a good contributor
They
on
just
that
have
team.
so many. They remind me of grit and grind days. They really
A
do.
little bit, yeah. They got some boys over there in Memphis,
Except
but
it's almost like they're the grit and grind team from the past, but they instead of Mike Conley,
they have a way
they
better
have
point
they
guard.
have a you know Russell Westbrook that can shoot. Before he was
Yeah.
bad,
John Morant has been
he's a monster.
yeah, he's averaging 24 and Desmond Bain's averaging 19. I mean, they still Brandon Clark, Dylan Brooks, those are good players. If you like basketball, Kyle Anderson's a underrated player. I mean, they've
Bro,
just got so many weapons on that team.
like I
But
said, young guys, bro.
and I mean, so does Minnesota though. When you think about it, like
Yeah.
they've got obviously Anthony Edwards, who's just like
Yeah.
him and John Morant are two of the. If they had a, well, I don't know why they don't go in the dunk contest. I mean, what does it hurt? Give us some fun, at least as the fans. But you've got Anthony Edwards. Cat has
Yeah.
kind of
Cat.
sucked this series. He's been really
D'Angelo
bad in the
Russell.
playoffs. Russell, Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly's good. Jaden McDaniels is good. Nas Reed, Jared Vanderbilt. I mean, these are two
Yeah.
of the best young teams in the league, not just in the West, but in the league. And this
I just,
one is,
bro. I feel like Memphis could really go too. I like they're
yeah,
another team
this
that could
next
really
matchup,
go.
if I'm guessing Memphis is up 2-1 right now, and they're my pick to win this one. There's just a different kind of energy around them right now. I don't know what exactly it
Bro,
is. Must be
you know
that
who
young boy.
exactly you know who exactly they remind me of?
Hmm.
The Bengals this year.
Yeah, honestly,
They really do, bro.
little
It's,
bit out of
except that
nowhere.
I mean they have a better seed, but
Hmm.
nobody, bro. If someone would have told me that Memphis was gonna be the 2 seed going
Yeah,
into the playoffs this year, I would have been like, bro, you're smoking something. But
celebrated 420 a little bit too early.
yeah, like geez, but yeah, they're beasts now. So I'm excited. I'm here for it. I want to watch. I want to see what's going on. And
Yeah, I'm pumped about their future. I mean, as a Phoenix fan, it's a little bit scary, but I Memphis is building something over there. I'd watch out. So far, Western Conference first picks. We got the second round matchups now in the West. We've got Phoenix against Dallas, and we've got Golden State versus Memphis. So we'll cover Phoenix and Dallas first. This is potentially, if it does get to this is one I definitely see going to 7, especially with the inability of knowing exactly when D Book will get back. I think
you see this as a bro. I don't know. I see this as like a 3-1 for Phoenix,
you see it as a four
or
one
4-1. Sorry, yeah,
four
4-1
one
for
for
Phoenix.
Phoenix, really?
I do.
Man, I don't know. I feel like the thing here's my thing when saying I think it could go all the way is I think Luka is the best player in the series. I think it's fair to agree on that.
Yeah,
One could argue. Um, I think the pure ability of Luka to just carry a team like he has this year, Phoenix is way better roster top to bottom, like no questions asked. But I just think Luka's that good to where he could
Luca. I
really,
mean, Luca's a menace, but like you
yeah.
see it over and over again in the NBA. Like multiple stars are always going to beat one. So
Hmm. I would pick Phoenix in this series, like you're saying, but I think it's gonna be closer than what some people might think it would be.
I think the most I'm giving them is a 4-2. I do not see it going to Game 7.
Yeah. I think it would just be interesting to see how who Mikal Bridges is one of the best defenders in the league. He finished second in defensive player of the year voting, but it would be interesting to see how he and Jay Crowder could match up with Luca and how they could try and limit him because Monty Williams is one of the better coaches in the NBA. So I think they could dial up a good game plan for that. But I think that could be a good series. But sounds like we both have Phoenix moving on in that one, correct?
Yeah, yeah, easily. Yeah.
So Phoenix is going back to the Western Conference Finals and big series here with Golden State and Memphis. And I have a feeling we're gonna
This is hard.
have two different opinions on this one.
You decide first, man. I'm kind of you know
Yeah, I
thinking
got you.
through it.
For me, it's not easy, but I've kind of been thinking about it as we've been going through this. I figured we would get to this point of this matchup, but I gotta go with Golden State, man. I think they may not be playing their best basketball right now, but I think top to bottom, these rosters are pretty equal. personally. I think Golden State maybe has more star power. I think in the playoffs, you got to have more well-rounded team like Memphis does. But for me, in the playoffs, it always comes down to experience. And I think experience is key in these types of series that could easily go to 7 games. And the experience of Steph Curry, Clay, and Draymond just is my trump card for picking Golden State. I think that experience only does so much, but I think at the end of the day, their more ability to have been in a lot of situations they could find themselves in and have coached their way through it, played their way through it, is what kind of gives me the edge in this to Golden State. But I could see this one going either
Bro,
way,
you
to be
you
honest.
you saw that 42-12 that 42-12 run that Memphis went on the other night though.
Yeah. Here's my thing
And
though, kind of
it was like 4 minutes or something. 42 points in 4 minutes is like insane, bro.
I don't see that happening to Golden State. I think they just have too many good scorers with Kuminga, Wiseman, and then obviously, I mean Andrew Wiggins. Even Andrew
Bro,
Wiggins was an
they have
all-star
everyone,
starter.
bro. They have
Like
everyone.
Golden State is stacked, and I don't see Golden State with their experience too. Like kind of going back to that point, I don't see them going on those 3-4 minute scoring droughts or having those 3 to 4 minute lapses on one side of the court. Like I think their championship pedigree and experience is going to give them a huge edge in this series.
I'm a I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna go Memphis
All
because
right.
I just there's something about Ja, man. I just don't think he's gonna let them lose. Like I think there will probably. I'm not saying they'll go to the chip
Mm-hmm.
necessarily. I'm not saying they'll necessarily go get a championship this year. But there's just something inside him this year that just feels like he just is not gonna quit until he's winning on the scoreboard. So
Yeah.
um Ja, being a great leader, Jaren Jackson being a lockdown defender and a decent mid-range shooter. Um, you know, even guys like Kyle Clarkson or wait, Kyle Anderson, sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
He could be big in that series.
yeah, he could be
He's
too.
not
I think
gonna press you in
I
the
just
stat sheet, but he does all the little
and then
things.
of course like Desmond Bain, bro. You have a sharpshooter like that, and he's a big body too. He's not a small dude
Dylan
at all.
Brooks is another player.
Yeah, Dylan
Brandon
Brooks.
Clark.
Yeah,
Those
Dylan
two
Brooks
guys are
is a
good.
good shooter too. So I
They
mean,
got it's
I
a
feel
gonna
like like the thing is, I just don't know if can Curry stop Ja. I don't
yeah,
know.
I would not be surprised if Clay matches up with Ja a decent amount, or you see a cute like Kuminga or something like that. I wouldn't be
But the
surprised
thing
if
is,
Golden
I
yeah.
don't even know if
I don't
I
know
don't
who
even know if
matches up with John Morant though. That's the thing.
yeah, I don't even know if Clay is winning that matchup
I
necessarily.
think
I think
it would
Ja is
be
still dropping like 20 to 30.
I think it's gonna be Jaw's gonna get his numbers and all that, but can you limit the surrounding pieces from? Can you limit or stop Jaren Jackson from having a 30-point explosion to a
Yeah.
20-point? And can you keep Dylan Brooks from that 25-point game to a 15-point game?
And then you got to also worry about Desmond Bain, you
Yeah.
know,
I think if
hitting
you can
threes. So
limit the supporting cast potential impact on the series as Golden State, I give them a good chance. But I think this one, I would love to see 7 games of this series. And I
yeah,
barely
I'm
watched either of these teams this year, but it just excites the hell out of me.
I'm going 4-3 Memphis.
4-3 Memphis. So we never really discussed this before of what we do with a tiebreaker here. So how are we gonna decide this one?
Uh, I guess we'll go with the team with the most championships currently. That's
So
Golden
that would
State.
be Golden State.
We'll move Golden State on.
All right. So we'll take this pick to round out Western Conference and we'll move on to the East. So Western Conference Finals, we got Phoenix making it back. We've got Golden State completing their track this year back to the Western Conference Finals. So this is going to be another great series. We saw it in the regular season.
I'm just gonna I got Phoenix in this one.
You got
And
Phoenix.
for the simple fact that you rewind a couple years back when Chris Paul's on the Rockets with James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
If Chris Paul doesn't go down in that game 6, I think the Rockets go to that finals and against LeBron. And here Chris Paul would be again. So he knows what to do. He's seen this team before, except they're even weaker now. They don't have KD. And so he's seen this team before. He knows how to beat this team. And I really do think him and James would have probably gone. I don't know if they would have won, but they would have gone to the championship at least. And then you match up. I mean, it almost seems like Phoenix kind of has the perfect matchup for everyone on Golden State. They have Chris Paul for Curry. They have hopefully Devin Booker's back by then for Klay Thompson.
I'm thinking he should, if they make it to the finals, he should be back by then because they said 2 to 3 weeks. So they said tonight on the broadcast he went through like a light workout before the game. So I don't really know what that means, but I'm guessing he would be back at some point in the second round. Not sure when or what percentage he would be at because those hamstrings can nag at you for a while. But hopefully he could be close to 100% by that series.
No, 100%. Yeah.
But yeah, I've also got Phoenix.
And I think in this, like, you all also can just see that Chris Paul is hungry for a championship, you know.
All those guys on Phoenix are.
Yeah, he just missed it by a little bit last year, and you know, I think coming back he's gonna be wanting it. And I just don't. Curry's been so inconsistent this year, and Jordan Poole's even starting to show some inconsistency. Draymond wanted to sit out for what? Who knows? So they're a good team, but I just think Phoenix. I think Phoenix. I see this a 4-2.
Yeah, Phoenix is built for a series like this where you can put up points and you can get the stops that you need. I think Phoenix matches up well with pretty much any team in the league, which I know a lot of people are probably thinking I'm really biased right now, but if you watch them, you understand that. But I mean, Phoenix is built for this moment for me. Everything since last summer, losing to Milwaukee has led them back to this point. I've seen they just look more focused this year. Obviously, they've been through it. They returned pretty much the same group, but I just see a different level of focus this season, at least in the playoffs so far. When they were healthy and all the way together, there seemed to be a different focus and type of hunger. So I think if Phoenix can control the first game and at least get 1 out of 2 on the home court to start, that puts them in a great position. I just think they're such a complete team, and I think Golden State is too, but I think Golden State drops off a little bit into their bench. And to me, that's where Phoenix just gets stronger, as we've seen in the playoffs, like you mentioned earlier, like it's more than just one player or 2 players.
Yeah,
but I think
it's weird to say that for this team or for this matchup because they're both so star-studded.
Yeah,
and like obviously it could go either way. If it just depends. I mean, you never know. Chris Paul could get hurt or have a bad night, but like most of me is saying like Chris Paul has seen this Golden State team before on a much bigger stage too, and if he doesn't go down in the game 6, I really think they win that series. And Golden State had KD.
Yeah.
So Golden State's good now. They run really fast-paced basketball, but
Yeah,
I see Chris Paul kind of being the X factor in that series. I really do.
yeah. And I think Chris Paul and Devin Booker are the best duo in the NBA right now, and anyone could fight me on that. But that's
I mean,
that's
you got Kyrie and KD.
what are they doing though? They're not winning. They're not winning anything.
No, hey, Kyrie put up an insane game on Ramadan. You never know what he's gonna do. If that boy can be starving and begging for water and all that shit and still go and win,
He'll still
and
give you 40.
yeah,
All
it's
right, so
crazy.
we got Phoenix coming out of the West, and now we get on to the Eastern Conference side of the bracket, as you can see over here.
Hmm.
So Miami, Atlanta got a win tonight, moved the series 2-1 in favor of Miami. Still, Trae Young had a really rough first two games. He bounced back tonight in a big way. He had double-digit points in the fourth quarter, hit the ultimate game-winning field goal, little floater over Jimmy Butler. But I still got Miami in this one. I think Miami is outside of Boston, the deepest team in the East. I think Boston has a better overall roster, but I don't see Miami messing around with this series anymore. I think they're gonna have a different kind of focus to get the next game in Atlanta and
My
go up
thing
three
is
to
like,
one going back to Miami.
can you beat Miami in a series right now?
I don't know. I think there's
It's crazy, bro, because they
yeah,
got loud. They got so many play
Jimmy
like
Butler,
in
Bam, Tyler
yeah.
Hero, Kyle Lowry, PJ Tucker, uh that Strauss dude is good. You've got one of the Martin twins who's good. I feel like I'm still forgetting like two or three people.
Let me
They
think.
are.
Let me think. Is
I'm looking
Haslam
up their
still there, bro?
roster. He
Haslam
doesn't
still
play,
there?
but he is still there. Yeah. They've
God,
still
dude.
got uh Duncan Robinson.
Oh, how do we forget Duncan, man?
Dwayne Dedman isn't awful. Like they are just
They're
so deep.
stacked, bro. And it's like the thing is, it's all vets too, except Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. Like everybody else on that roster, like you got Kyle Lowry, you got. I mean, Kyle Lowry's been in the league forever. Jimmy Butler, who's just been a beast. Bam is
Phenomenal.
insane. I don't know, like sure, you might be able to get a game, maybe one or two games out of them.
And not that's
But
not even to mention how good Spo is
yeah,
and the
yeah,
coaching
for
staff. Like
yeah,
they
like
just win
and
all the
just
time.
the energy, bro. The energy
Yeah.
over there is like
Oh, and
they're
Victor
just
Oladipo. Victor Oladipo's on that team too. I mean, shit, they are
God,
deep.
dude. Yeah, they have just their guards alone. Good God, dude.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
they're
it's I think you might be able to get one or two games out of them in a series, but you are not beating them in a series, I don't think.
yeah. I think I got this one 4-1 Miami. I think they're gonna win the next two.
Yeah, yeah,
But
I'm there with you.
this next series pretty much already over. Philly and Toronto. So unfortunate about Scotty Barnes and the injury for him. He's gonna be a beast here in I mean he
Yeah,
already is a beast, but I
he's a
can't wait to see
beast.
his potential. But I think Philly's gonna finish the job, and even if they don't, I think they'll take game five in Philadelphia. And I don't really know how James Harden's been doing in the postseason. I know Embiid's kind of been doing his thing, but Philadelphia and I mean they could be a
Embiid
tough
is always doing
tough
his
out.
thing, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, now Philly is gonna be
a tough
is
out.
they're a dark horse, but they're a good dark horse.
Yeah,
So yeah, I got Philly too. I just don't think Siakam and Van Vliet are gonna be able to really. Yeah, I mean, it's Siakam and Van Vliet versus like Embiid and
Harden, Maxey,
Harden and
Tobias Harris.
yeah, like nah, you're not really and um Oh, never mind, never mind. But yeah, you're not getting past this team. Nick Nurse is a great coach. I have the most respect for him. I have the most respect for Van Vliet and Siakam, but they're just not,
It's just
especially
that
especially with
The
Barnes.
Scotty
Yeah,
Barnes injury killed him, and
it's not
that's so
even
unfortunate.
necessarily. It's not even necessarily that he's hurt. It's also when a player gets hurt like that, it deflates a team's like
Yeah,
momentum, and any type of morale that they had is gone.
yeah.
And yeah, I think they're going home. Yeah, they're going
I look
home.
for them to be back strong next season, though. That's a good team.
Yeah, I mean the Raptors are always going to hang around. It feels
Hmm.
like
So in the
this one, bro. I like this
yeah,
series.
top
I
of the
like
bracket, we got Miami and Philly moving on, and then now we got Milwaukee and Chicago.
this is the one that I want to talk about, bro. This is
These
my
next
prime
two are the
favorite.
ones that I figured we would be on for a while.
Chicago and Milwaukee, bro, is just such a nice. It's just such a good matchup. Like obviously, bro, I'm going Milwaukee, but I want
Yeah.
Chicago to win. I like
It
if
yeah,
I'm betting money, if I'm betting my life on it, I'm betting on Milwaukee. But
absolutely.
if I had to go with who I want to win, it's Chicago because, bro, I love Zach LaVine, I love DeMar DeRozan, I love what's his name actually
Caruso,
Caruso, but
Vucevic.
I mean you got Lonzo over there, yeah, you got Vucevic, you got
Sucks Alonzo isn't playing though. I feel like he would change a lot about this series.
yeah,
They Bulls got killed tonight. They got beat by 30, even with no
yeah, yeah, bro. It's
what's it
just
called? Chris
it's
Middleton.
Giannis, bro. It's Giannis, bro. It's
That's
Giannis.
he's just unstoppable. I mean, he's legitimately a 2K my career. You type that in on your phone when you're an eighth grader, like best cheat code 7 foot god demigod build, and that's what comes up.
He is,
Like
bro. He is Orlando Shaq now, though.
with like freaking Michael
He's
Jordan's
Orlando.
athleticism.
Yeah, he's Orlando Shaq with Michael Jordan's athleticism and like Loki a shot,
His shot, dude, if he can shoot 35% from three, it is good night for the rest of the league.
bro. Because he just you're not gonna stop him going to the rim. You're
He's gonna
not gonna.
lock you up.
He's gonna lock you up. He's gonna. I mean, he has the dribble moves to get past you. Like it's insane. He's I
That's
don't,
a
you can pick almost any defender in the league
They're
right
not
now,
gonna
and
stop
I'm
them.
they're not stopping Giannis, bro. They're not.
I remember like watching the finals last year, and I was obviously very pro Phoenix and very anti Milwaukee. But I remember thinking in that series, I was like, okay, I was like, yeah, Giannis is athletic and he does all the regular season stuff, but he hasn't really done it in the postseason. And I was very wrong. I will I will openly admit that I was extremely wrong about that.
Bro, and the thing that you saw, I think the best trade that they ever made was that Drew Holiday trade, bro.
Oh my god, everyone was like, you should have
It
traded for
was
a bigger superstar, but
perfect,
it's
bro.
perfect for them.
They don't. That's the thing about Milwaukee. They don't need a ton of surrounding superstars. They just need guys that play their roles to a
Hmm.
T.
And can get a bucket when you need them to, and
Yeah,
can just
bro.
play their role. Like, I mean, they've obviously got their big three of Giannis, Holiday, and Middleton. Then you've got Wesley Matthews, Pat Connaughton, Serge Ibaka, Brooke Lopez is a beast, Bobby Portis. Like, you've
Dude, I
got
was
so
there. I
Pat
was there.
Connaughton.
I was there. I was at a Nuggets game when I saw Brooke Lopez break the 3-point record for most threes made by a big man in a game.
Hmm.
He dropped 17 threes, bro. He dropped like, no, wait, was it 17? It was something insane like that. He dropped a lot of threes, bro. And it was so unexpected because that was right when he came over from the Lakers. And he obviously didn't do that well with the Lakers or whatever, but um, I was there with my friend, bro, and the dude like just was He was just lights out from three. It was hilarious to
Yeah,
watch
he
them.
had 8 threes against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
crazy.
I said 17. I was very, very off. Maybe I was thinking about like 17 points or something. I just knew he broke it, bro, and it was insane.
It probably felt
Oh,
like 17 threes.
yeah, for real, bro. I think it was probably like the points, or I don't know what it was, bro, but it was a lot of threes, bro. And dude was just, it was so funny to watch Brooke Lopez, who just looks like the most generic human ever, just dropping threes on Jokic and them. But yeah, bro, Milwaukee, like I love Levine, I love DeRozan. Those guys are awesome, but it's like Giannis and Jrue Holiday, because Jrue Holiday is gonna lock anybody down and he's gonna score. He's a lockdown
Hmm.
point guard, lockdown defender. And when they're saying Middleton's gonna come back?
He's 3 to 4 weeks. I mean, he's pretty similar timeline to Booker. I yeah, I've also got Milwaukee in this one. I think it's just their Chicago just can't like get over that hump. And I don't know many teams that can. I saw a Phoenix team that I thought was a lot better than Milwaukee last year just get shut down in spurts. And I mean, Giannis is just the best player in the league, like without a doubt to me. But yeah, I think Milwaukee's gonna move on in this one, and they're gonna face the winner of, in my opinion, the best series of the opening round, the one that I've been most excited about, also as a Celtics fan. But Boston and Brooklyn, we kind of talked about it a little bit throughout, but you got Kyrie dropping buckets with nothing in his stomach but growls. You got skinny boy KD, and then you've got Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and you've got two really good duos going at it. And it's been, I don't know if you've watched any of it really or not with Boston and Brooklyn, but it's been really good games, and all of them have been down to the wire.
Yeah, I mean, this one, man, man, I just don't know. Because Boston is that young team that's lighting up the league, and the Nets are the freaking Nets, dude. Like
It is
KD,
Kyrie and KD.
Kyrie, yeah. It's legit. And I mean, now they got great role players like Seth Curry and
Ben
uh,
Simmons is coming back in game 4, or at least that's the rumor right now. So if Brooklyn could win
yeah.
this
But
next
all
game
he does is
tomorrow,
pass the ball, man. All
but
Ben
dude,
Simmons
they
does.
don't play defense, and if he can just play defense at the level he was playing in Philly, that's all they need him to do.
Yeah, but all that dude does is pass the ball, bro.
He doesn't need to score. That's what he's got KD and Kyrie for now.
We'll see, man. Yeah, I'm.
It'll be
It's
interesting to see how Ben Simmons will affect them in the future.
yeah. I think I might have to give it to the Nets.
Really? Even though Boston's up
Yes,
2-0?
bro. Yes, bro. I feel like you just have to be stupid to count KD out, bro.
No, I'm not counting him out, but like
Like, dude, he would have probably gone to the finals last, or was it last year or 2 years ago, that if his foot was just behind the
last
3-point
year,
line.
yeah,
Yeah,
if he didn't
yeah,
have a
bro.
Subway sandwich foot long for a foot,
Yeah,
they
bro.
would have went to the final or the
He's a
conference finals.
menace too, bro. It's insane.
Yeah,
It's actually insane.
I just don't see Boston losing. Like I was trying to make a video about this a while ago, and the file got corrupted, but their their turnaround has been insane this year. I mean, you you thought, oh my God, they're gonna just fall on their face after they started off really poorly, but Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum's ability to elevate this roster, and especially Robert Williams, but their defense is what does it for me, because in my opinion, in the playoffs, at some point you're gonna have to get a stop if you're in a big game. Like there's going to be a moment in time where you just have to get a stop. And you have to get a score, a stop, and a score, which is like in our basketball, like whatever we called it, like kill sandwich. You have to get a score, a stop, and a score. And that wins you so many games. Like you see a lot of these games come down to that kind of situation. And I think Boston's ability defensively to get that stop, and they have so many people that can score with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, obviously. You still got guys like Al Horford who can spread the floor. Marcus Smart can shoot a little bit. He's nothing special shooting the ball or offensively, but he can run the offense. I just really don't see Boston losing this series. I think Brooklyn gets 2 games. I think it probably goes to 6. I got 4-2 Boston though. And yeah, I don't know if you've been watching, but Jason Tatum is, oh my God.
I got 4-3 Nets.
So are we still using that same tiebreaker thing? Or do you want to do?
Yeah, we'll use it for the whole video.
All right. So Boston moving on over Brooklyn. That's probably the biggest toss up for 99% of NBA fans. That series is crazy. Even if like Boston loses, it is great basketball to watch, no matter who you're rooting for. It's just awesome to see that
Yeah.
those two like great duos, those great teams going at it, and it's amazing.
Yeah, no, I like that matchup too, for
Yeah.
sure.
So top of the bracket now in the semifinals, we've got Miami versus Philadelphia, which is a series that I'm kind of going back and forth on, honestly. I know we just talked about who could beat Miami, but I I could see this Philadelphia team doing it. I don't know about you, but I think
Bro, I think if anyone's gonna beat Miami, it's got to be the Bucks. Like
yeah, that's fair.
I just don't see anyone else doing it. Embiid is a monster. James Harden's been all right.
Tyrese
You got the
Maxey's getting
Philly.
buckets.
Yeah, I mean Philly's good. Don't get me wrong, but Miami, bro, is just literally not a player on their roster other than Udonis Haslem. Is like Udonis Haslem is the only player on that roster that is like irrelevant. Every other guy on that roster is a menace
Contributes in
to
some way.
society, bro.
Yeah,
For real.
everybody
Like
contributes on that team.
he's and you know just the Heat have like an aura with them.
Culture.
Yeah, they have a extremely good culture. So I think they. I mean, I don't think this is outlandish to say. I think it's 4-2
That was gonna
Miami.
be my same thing there.
4-2 Miami.
Yeah. I think a lot of this series will be contingent upon who can win between the duos of Butler and Embiid, or no, sorry, Butler and Adebayo versus Harden and Embiid. You have much more defensive minded duo in the Heat, or much more defensive minded team, I should say, with the Heat, and a much
Hmm.
more let's run and score team with the Sixers. I think this is going to be honestly all these. I feel like we've said this for almost every series. Like it's just going to be another great series.
Yeah, to me though, like I feel like if Miami does successfully get past the Sixers,
Yeah,
it's almost safe to just throw them in the chip. I like maybe Milwaukee takes them down. Like it's just Miami is just they're insane right now. Like
yeah,
the Kyle Lowry edition just made them that much better.
yeah, and it's just top to bottom. That is a really good roster,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
no diss to Philly. I think they're going to be really good again next year, but
They would need Tobias Harris to actually do something for once in his life if they
if
if
they could
they
get Tobias and Tyrese to average like 20 apiece, and you could get James and Embiid to get 25 or 30, then I'd say maybe. But that Miami Heat defense is no joke. Them in Boston, I would not want to. I would not want to have to go get a game-winning bucket on either of those teams.
Yeah,
And
no, I
so
agree.
we both got Miami moving on 4-2 in that one to the Eastern
Yep,
Conference Finals. All right.
100%.
Then we got Milwaukee and Boston in a series that reluctantly I'm gonna have to go with Milwaukee. I think it's gonna play out similar to how it did. I think it was 2 years ago when they played in the playoffs. But I think Boston is a great team. I think other than Miami, they're the deepest team in the East. But I mean, I can't bet against Giannis.
Bro, it's Giannis, bro. Like
He's the best
he's
player in the
literally a
league.
basketball god, bro.
He is he's pro I hate
It's
to
just
say it. He's gonna give the Celtics fits on both ends. No one can
it's
match up with him on defense,
it's
and he's just gonna go clamp your best player. Like it's
it's
just how it
so
works.
it's so disrespectful too, because he'll come off, he'll drop like 40, lock up your best player, so your best player only drops like 10, and then he'll walk off the
And then make
court
a
and go
dad
tell a
joke in the
joke. Yeah,
press conference. Like,
tell a
bro,
joke and
like
laugh
come on,
about his
man.
shit. It's so funny, bro. Oh my god! And then like go eat some chicken nuggets or something. It's terrible, but it's Giannis, bro. And if Middleton comes back and they have Drew, like if you have a fully healthy Bucks team, dude, the Bucks could go for the double chip easily. So
I can see them pushing back to back, but I got Milwaukee 4-3 though. That would be my only kind of thing. I think
I
Boston is
got I got Milwaukee 4-2.
yeah. I don't think it's gonna be a
It's not
sweep
gonna
or a
be
one-win
it's not gonna be
thing.
a sweep.
Boston's too good. It just really depends on how healthy Chris Middleton is in this series, because based on the timetable, he would probably be coming back after the first game of this, if I had to guess. So it really just depends to me on how healthy he is, and I'm gonna assume that he's gonna be at 85-90% when he comes back. So with that kind of judgment for me, I'm still gonna give it to Milwaukee. But I think if you see a delay on Middleton, or if he's not looking like himself, I could see Boston taking this one as well.
Bro, I think to beat Milwaukee, you have to be deep on your bench, and you also have to have a dominant big man.
Yeah, I think the dominant big is key, and then not giving them extra possessions with turnovers is
Like someone I could see that would be perfect
is Bam.
for. No, bro, I was gonna say Clint Capella. I think Clint Capella would be a great piece for Boston to get.
Oh, you're saying for Boston to go get. Okay, I see what
Yeah,
you're
for
saying.
Boston to get, bro. I think Boston would.
Robert Williams, though, don't sleep on him. That dude's a
Yeah, but
beast.
he's not a Giannis stopper. Like
No one,
he's
no
just
one's a
not.
Giannis stopper.
No, definitely not. But you got to at least have someone that can slow him down. I don't think Robert Williams is doing that.
Yeah, I don't know
I,
who's slowing him down though at this point in his career.
it's like I think the only like matchups that is at least going to give Giannis some frustrations is Embiid,
Hmm.
Bam,
Yeah,
Gobert, and yeah, and then I throw Jokic. I could see Jokic giving Giannis some problems. Um, or at least Jokic would maybe not defensively hurt him, but offensively, I don't think Giannis would be able to hold
yeah,
Jokic to a terrible game. And then
that's really it,
yeah,
honestly.
that's really it. I like Capella is kind of I said Capella just because I think he at least would slow Giannis down a little bit, but I mean
Hmm.
he'd also probably be your cheapest option to go get. So
Yeah,
yeah, but I mean anyway, Milwaukee yeah takes that one. So
yeah. So we got Milwaukee and Miami in what will probably be a heavy defensive battle all series. But who do you got winning this one?
I got Miami, bro. And it's stupid to bet against Giannis, but dude, like I just can't. I don't know if I can go against that roster. Like I don't, bro, because they get the vets, the experience, and then the way they're still playing. Like
Yeah, tough to bet against
you
Miami
just
or
yeah,
Milwaukee. Both
Miami.
these teams.
Both of them are great teams, and I see it 4-2 Miami
4-2 Miami. Yeah,
because
I
I just don't think that it goes to a game seven for some reason. Like I just don't see it.
yeah. I think I'm gonna have to agree with you with Miami taking it. I think yet again it's heavily reliant on how healthy Chris Middleton is, but I think Miami's got a lot of different options they could try and throw at Giannis. They're really well coached. Spo is probably gonna find some way to try and slow Giannis down. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think even if Giannis goes off, the Heat have so many different options to give Milwaukee buckets to, and Jimmy Butler's such an alpha dog. I don't think he's gonna let that team lose. So yeah,
Yeah,
I got Miami moving on. So that brings us to
this is not the same Heat team that we saw losing the finals in the bubble.
yeah. So that
They're
brings us to
packing
the
a
NBA
punch.
Finals. NBA Finals, the 2-1 seeds. From the
Phoenix
West, we got
and
Phoenix.
Miami.
From the East, we got Miami.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's Miami. That's my pick, bro. Because Phoenix is really, really good. And I really want Chris Paul to get it, bro. I really do. But like I said, the veteran experience of Miami, their defense is absolutely insane. And they're still gonna go score on you all the time. I Bam is a better center than Aiden.
I'll give you that.
I think Devin Booker's better than Jimmy.
And Chris Paul's better than Kyle Lowry and Tyler Hero.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing
Kyle
is, you can
Bridges is
play.
better than Tyler Hero.
Yeah, but is Mikal Bridges better than Lowry right now?
Yeah, I would say. I would take Mikal Bridges over Kyle Lowry if they were
Would
both.
you take him over? You wouldn't take him over Jimmy though, right?
Oh, hell no. Absolutely not.
Okay, but the thing is, then okay, their starters might be better, but then you go to the bench,
I don't know. Phoenix has got
bro.
some goons on the bench.
They got some goons on the bench, but
They got Cam
Miami has a
Johnson, Cam
bro.
Payne.
Miami's bench could be a starting lineup, and they would probably make an eighth seed.
Trying to see here. Hold on.
Like, bro, Oladipo, they said Oladipo, Duncan Robinson, shoot, who else?
Strauss is good.
Strauss, yeah.
But like Phoenix on our bench, we got Cam Johnson, who's one of the best young shooters in the league. Landry Shamet,
Dude,
Campaign.
Shamit is not like that, bro.
He's not that good, but he can shoot. You can't don't sleep on JaVale McGee. As anyone who watched the game tonight can
bro,
attest. Don't sleep on
okay,
him.
but your defense, the defense from Miami is probably beating the offense from Phoenix, bro.
Yeah, but Phoenix
And
does have one of the best
and
defenses in the league too. The thing that worries me is Phoenix has struggled rebounding in the postseason the last 2 years.
Bam is gonna eat boards.
Bam's gonna be a really good rebounder, and
Aiden had a great game tonight in
that's my
terms of
biggest gripe about DeAndre Ayton though, is it seems like sometimes he just doesn't want to rebound.
bro. Not even that. Look, he seems like he's he Loki sometimes just disappears from games, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like one game he'll just dominate and tear the whole house down.
Like he did tonight, and then
Yeah, and
he'll
then
show up on
the next
Monday for the
night,
game and have 10 and
yeah,
12 and just be
yeah.
pedestrian.
Not even sometimes. Like sometimes he'll have like 6 and 8, and I'm just like, bro, what happened?
Yeah, like I could really see this one going either way. I obviously want Phoenix to win, but I could see either team winning, and I think a lot of guys get their first ring for either team, which is a cool thing. It I would pick Phoenix. That's really not even me being biased. I think my vote is kind of cut out from this part at least.
I, bro, I just,
I could see the cookie crumbling either way.
yeah, I don't think it's not a sweep or anything. I think
No, I think this is a 7 game,
it's probably four
easily
three
6
four
or
two
7.
ish. Yeah, 4-3-4-2 ish, and that's if when Booker comes back. That's if his hamstring holds up. Because if it keeps nagging him,
Yeah.
he can he'll he'll probably disappear from some games. And if they don't have Booker in that series, if they don't have a fully healthy Booker, I think it's a 4-2 easy.
Yeah. I would agree with you. If Devin Booker isn't himself, then Miami definitely wins. But
Just, I mean, hey, and you know, on Journeyman Sports Podcast, we try to keep it as unbiased as possible.
that's
And
why I'm
as,
that's why I'm cutting my vote out from this, because I've been with Phoenix for like 6 years, so I obviously want them to win. I wasn't biased up until picking to this point,
yeah, and I
but
and we also, we try to, you know, bring all aspects of all aspects and different views of things that could happen. We're trying to make picks, whether it's NFL or NBA or whatever it is. By the way, NFL draft coming up. NFL draft is coming, so we will be back on that content for sure. April 28th. I'm a nerd, so I'll be watching probably day 2 and day 3 and all that shit. So
if there's a way where we can do it, like I haven't really figured this out yet, but if there's a way where we could do like a live reaction sort of thing with it, we'll definitely try to.
that'd be awesome,
I'm
bro.
not really sure how that works with like copyright and all that, but I'm sure there's way where we, even if it's not like whatever ESPN's broadcasting, we could just see the picks come in.
Yeah, I
Have a
mean, bro, we
reaction
could
to it.
we could even do it to where we have where we're just on screen talking or whatever in between
Mhm.
picks, and then have our TVs up so that when the pick comes in, we can talk about it and things like
Yeah,
that. So
either way, we'll try and figure something out for it. But
it's
yeah,
gonna be fun, man. I love draft day. It's always an exciting time. But I mean, the playoffs are awesome. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even watch that much of the NBA regular season.
I don't either. I usually don't watch unless it's Phoenix until I watch Phoenix in the regular season if they're on TV. But other than that, I
I
only
watched
really
Golden
watch
State a few
playoffs.
times. I watched Golden State a few times. I watched my Pelicans probably 2 or 3 times as well.
Hmm.
Um, but other than that, bro, I really
Yeah.
didn't pay too much attention. I just kind of, I have CBS Sports and ESPN and all that, so I get notifications on what's going on, so I stay up to date. But in terms of watching it, I haven't really been too glued to the TV because my 2 favorite players, even though they're not on my favorite team, my 2 favorite players are LeBron and AD. So, and I have loyalty to Anthony Davis because he's a former Pelican and everything. But and then LeBron, I mean, LeBron's the second best player of all time. So,
Finally
yeah,
admitted to it.
yeah. Carter was shocked by that too, bro.
I was. You're growing
But
up. You're growing up
but
before
yeah.
our eyes.
But yeah. Since the Lakers haven't really been that good this year, I didn't pay a
Yeah.
whole lot of attention. So
But
um,
that will do it for today's episode. This is kind of our first
gotta love it.
splash into the NBA sort of thing. We've been talking about it for a while. We felt like this was a good time to segue into it. We've both been swamped recently, so we're trying to get out as much
Yes,
as we
bro.
can.
I
But
got graduation coming up. I got a whole bunch of shit going on. I got my
yeah,
birthday coming up in a month and a half ish. I got, got to finish out school. Got to get my, dorms registered for and all that. So it's going to be,
yeah,
um, but it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but we're trying to pump out this content for you guys. And, as I was doing last week, last week, if one of us isn't available, we always try to at least have one of us sit down, crank something out for you guys. So
Yeah, we'll
um,
try and do as much as we can together, but obviously we're in different time zones, different schedules, all that. Everything won't always
yes,
align, but we're trying our best to get stuff out there to you
yeah.
guys. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this first sort of.
Comment what you think of our picks. If you disagree, agree. If you have a separate opinion from ours, let us know. We will respond to any comment, and we appreciate you guys. If you want to drop a like, we appreciate you guys spending your time with us. It is currently 1 a.m., so I'm gonna hit the hay here. But
It's 3 a.m. out here in Indy for me.
so
Yeah, we
yeah,
appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. Just we appreciate everything, every view, all that. So we're out here grinding. Hopefully, content's getting better. We're getting more used to this. So we appreciate you guys. And this has been the first NBA episode of the Journeyman Sports Podcast. And I
I think
believe
this
this
is
next
episode number 7.
I think this is episode 7 overall. So
Okay,
thank you guys for tuning in, having a good time with us, and until next time.
we out. All right, bro.